It's fountain pen review time, my friends. And thank you for joining me, Larry, on Larry's Fountain Pen. No other place, as far as I'm concerned. Well, it may be another place, or another two places. But anyway, it's not about me. It's about this pen that I'm going to review, and it's all about you. So don't touch that button. Sit right where you're at. Compose yourself. Don't get overly excited. I got this. I got this. I'm cool. I'm good to go. So power to all you inky friends out there that love fountain pens. Are you ready? Time to focus on the pen. The one and only Conklin, which comes in the standard cardboard sleeve box, and it slides out so easily with a leather imitation finish, real nice presentation pen case with the Conklin logo very pronounced, very nicely done on the top of this leatherette pen case. I mean, it's real nice. The stitching, anything on the bottom, yes. On the sides, yes. All around. First class pen case. So if you're like me, you're into pen cases, I am. You'll love it. Let's open her up. And you see again Conklin right behind here. When you lift up this beautiful pen case, you'll see it in the back. So it is safely secured, laying in its bed in a soft rubber type kind of cushion. And if you lift this up, there's nothing underneath it. Well, you can put that underneath it. But this, my friends, will tell you how to fill this pen. So, make sure you read this card, the instructions on here. And it says, can you see that, Mr. Announcer?
Hold on.
I'm upside down right now. Note.
Piston filler is a sealed system. Do not attempt to disassemble.
Again, do not attempt to disassemble. And I say that again. Do not attempt to disassemble, because if you do, you'll screw up the pen. Poop, kapush, gone, done, out. Because we're so used to seeing these types of pens where you unscrew the barrel and they have the ink converter, or you put an ink cartridge in there, whatever, and get your ink up and go off about your business. But no, this is not the deal. So, I will remove this card. But on the back, before I do, Mr. Announcer shall do the honors again.
Attention, when replacing refill, do not twist pen where indicated below.
Blink, 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 blink. Attention, attention, attention. Can you dig it? When replacing, I'm trying to read this upside down. I can't. Replacing refill. Okay, do not. Now listen, do not twist where indicated. And I will get to that part in the review. Very important, valuable information. If you've already done it without watching the review, oh, sorry. You just got yourself a unusable pen. Not good. But hopefully you're not there yet, right? So let's get to the point where you won't be there, and let's tell you about this fountain pen and the reason why I chose this pen over a different pen. There's a reason for it. Okay? I think everything has a reason in the place, so this place of this pen has a reason. So, enough of looking at me. Let's look at this pen. And can you get a real good close-up look of this pen? All right. So, this is the newest pen that's out by the Conklin people, the Nozac Piston Filler. And the reason why it's called the Nozac is because there's no sac, and that's what it stands for. And that's spelled, if you want to get it correctly, Nozac. Nozac. Z, again, means no sack. It's a piston filler. And, Conklin has done it again, in my opinion. I'm a big Conklin fan. I love their pens. Beautiful designs, well-made designs, colors that pop. So, let's talk about the pen. What is this pen made of? First question. Acrylic resin. Okay, and it gets better than that. It has a beautiful blue swirl colors in it. You got some dark blues, some light blues, some whites going on in there. Really, really nicely done. And, of course, the trim is the silver trim that goes really nice with this pen. So, on we go. The pen is postable and securely. Let's talk about the cap. Now, the cap has a magnetic closer and it closes. But you need to be careful with the cap, a warning, because it may not stay on securely. I did put this in a pen sleeve that I got free when you purchase a pen from Gold Spot Pens. I had an option and I picked their pen sleeve, which I really do like. So thank you, Tom Bella, for the sleeve, real nice sleeve. And when I pulled the pen out, the cap came on and the bottom of the pen was left in there. It just depends on the pen case. So right now I have the pen case around here somewhere. It's a black leatherette, beautiful pen case. Of course, knowing me, it's somewhere. And we are desperately looking for it. So, if it's not there, it's got to be somewhere in my pen drawer. So here it is. And you know what? I'm not going to edit this because I want you to see what I go through every day because I'm so forgetful. So anyway, let's pop it. Here is the pen case that I got from Gold Spot Pens. Really a nice leather pen case. Nicely stitched with the Gold Spot Pen logo and Gold Spot Pen on the very bottom. Can get a real good close-up of this to show the detail. Got it? So, this pen would be fine for a screw top pen that you have to unscrew the cap for it, like this one. Unscrew, screw, unscrew, screw. Okay, so I'll put this 159 Jinhao in there, one of my favorites, to kind of break this pen case in because it's brand new. But let me show you. I'll stick this in now. Now there's enough room in there because I've let this in there for quite a while. So what I do is I do that on the bottom to kind of push it out. Then I'll take it out. But now if it's all the way in, it'll come out now. But if it's a brand new pen sleeve, depending on the material, you need to be careful because the top will come off. But not so easy, right? I mean, you know, it's on there pretty good, but not all that secure. So here we go. I'm going to put this in my pocket. I love the clip. Can't beat it, right? It's in there secure and pop to go off. I like that rocker arm that Conklin has on their pens. It's really cool with the Conklin logo on the clip. And as you go up to the very top of the finial, it's round, just a silver trim. It'd be kind of cool if Conklin could put their logo up here, or maybe Ohio or something kind of cool to put it up here to kind of break up the plainness. But still, it's okay. So let's talk about the facets So, looking at the pen, how really luxurious, lovely, popping, beautiful, dynamic pen that will get your attention. If you're a pen enthusiast and you want an incredible pen, this may be up your alley. This has 8 smooth facets all around the barrel, including your cap. And they're nice and smooth. That's what I really enjoy. You don't find anything that's going to be sharp, annoying, bulging out. It's all very nicely made. The Conklin Nozac is made in Italy. Now, as you pull off the cap, let's talk about the nib. The nib is a Conklin USA nib, but I think the nibs are made somewhere in Asia, so I don't know what type of nib it is. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what I'm hearing. And we'll get back to that part in a minute. Let's go back down the barrel to a real important part of this pen, how this pen actually works. Are you ready? Well, they're ready. This is your piston filler right here. When you counterclockwise it, it will go up. When you turn it clockwise, it'll go down, and boom, you're going to get a nice filled ink. So, the only downside I see to this pen was or any piston filler, if it doesn't have an ink window, it's hard to determine how much ink you actually have in your pen. But I have been doing some serious writing with this pen, and it has done really well. In fact, I believe this morning, I just finished up a letter, and it went out of ink, so I'm going to have to dip it in with ink today to get some more ink in here for you guys to watch, listen, how it writes. So, back off with the cap. You don't want to start doing this to twist the barrel off. Remember, it is not a cartridge converter. It's a piston filler, so don't be doing this. That's a no-no. Don't do it. Please don't do it. You'll ruin your lovely pen. Use this, the piston knob filler, right here. And can you get a good close-up shot of that nib? You see that beautiful smiley face? How good can you see that Conklin in there?
Rotate the pen just a little bit. Okay, back the other way. Okay.
We're trying to focus it so you can see the detail in the nib for you. So, let me get some ink out real quick. Don't go away. La 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 la. Let me get the ink that I was using. So Monteverde Sapphire, baby. It rocks, right? Right. So, more about this pen. On we go. The length of this dynamite pen is a whopping 5.9 inches and, 5.2 inches when it's closed, just like that. 5.2, got it, cool. When you post a magnificent species of a fountain pen, it is a whopping 5.9 inches. Cool. The overall weight of this pen with no ink in it whatsoever, 37 G's. Are you with me? Cool. Again, piston filler. Piston filler. Remember that. Do not attempt to twist the barrel off or you will ruin your pen. and we don't want to ruin our pens. Okay. So, back to this part, the nib. A story behind it. I am a big Conklin fan, and I do like their nibs. Love their pens. At another retailer, exclusive, they're selling their Conklin pens with a Bach nib. Okay, that's cool. Well, one of the reasons, or a few of the reasons why I chose Gold Spot pens is, man, talk about fast delivery. They kick. I mean, fast. And customer service, if you're on eBay, I'm not sure about when you're directly just go into their site, but Bella, she's a customer service rep there, and she is on the money, right? Boom. You have a question? Boom, it's answered. Or if you have any questions for Tom, you can send him your questions and he will get back to you as soon as he gets unbusy. Love the service, decent prices, great pens. So they had a sale on this pen that blew me away, and they had an option of between ink or the pen sleeve, so I chose the pen sleeve. And the reason, not just because of the price of the pen, which was really a steal. Go to Gold Spot Pens and see if they have any left, because I think it'll be well worth it. Let's talk about the nib. I wanted to see if these nibs have changed any in the recent years. Have they improved? Have they gone down? Are they still middle of the line kind of nib? Do I need to work and sand it down a little bit to make it a bit smoother? Do I need to adjust it to make it a bit wetter? Well, the answer to that question is no. A nice, decent flow, a beautiful, wet ink was produced from this fabulous nib, and it was smooth. So, I've been buying Conklin now since 2015 in December, for quite a while. And it hadn't been a roller coaster up and down as far as nibs. It's been, you know, like up for really great nibs and kind of down for okay nibs. And I think once or twice I may have a flat line on a nib. But I called Yafa, and the lady there, great service, took care of the pen. I shipped it to her. She shipped it back, and problem solved. But anyway, to answer my question to myself, when I got it, I was super fine with the pen. Love the pen. It's everything I want in a pen. The only two things that I would correct on the pen, I would add a window somewhere in here. Now, that might involve cost, but is it worth it, in my opinion? For me, I would buy it, yeah. And to recheck the magnetic closure on the cap to make it a little bit stronger. Now that works fine, and it's not going to come out like that, and you can put it on your coat pocket with that beautiful rocker arm, and you can pull it out. It's not going to happen. But if you run into a situation where, like this pen case, brand new, beautiful leatherette pen case, you know how when they first come out, they're brand new, they haven't been stretched, nothing in it. So if you put in a cap like this, the cap could come off when you're trying to pull it out because it's so tight in it. But, you know, when I was using this pen cases, they're very soft no problems using it. It just depends. Every pen case has their own good and bad, I guess you can say, to it. But other than that, beautiful fountain pen, writes really nice. It does everything a fountain pen needs to do. And I'm very pleased that I bought it from Gold Spot Pens. They're not paying me to say anything. Free plug for Gold Spot Pens. So, I'm just going to redip the ink because I will retire this pen and bring out some new ones. And some old ones. So, this is a really cool pen. So let me get this going. See how those facets keep that pen from rolling? That's another cool feature about a facet pen. Wipe it off. And here we go. Hope I dipped enough ink in it because a great pen is a great pen. Here we go. And I'll shut up. And the ink I'm using today and we're going to do a wet test on it. Lays down that ink. Look at that. Nice and wet. Look at that. I'm using Rhodia pad paper, and look at that. Smooth nib, wet nib, juicy nib, very enjoyable to the touch. Now we're going to go down, around and about, and go back to the grip section. It is a metal grip section. So, if you're one of those, oh, I can't stand metal grip sections, well, this isn't a pen for you. But if you're a person that it doesn't bother or annoy like me, then it's great. I have no problems with these type of sections whatsoever. That's not saying that I haven't had any problems in the past with a chrome pen, but that's another story. But the grip is big enough even for chunky fingers. I have small fingers and there's quite a bit of room left. And if you hold your pen up here, that's cool. And when you go down the barrel, the step off is just a slight step off. Nothing intrusive that's going to be annoying or bothersome. It's going to be on the money because this pen rocks. So, let's get some writing. And then we'll do a quote here, which I will write shortly. And Mr. Announcer will read it to you. But first, it's the Fox time. Now I'll do it with the cap on for those who like to see that. There you see it. No ink flow issues, no bad starts, a nice smooth wet nib. Yes, this nib kicks it. It is a very nice nib. I'm glad I went with my gut feeling and went with this nib. Well worth it. Plus the price was amazing. Few little swirls. Now we'll do some reverse. And you do get some reverse writing, but you see here starting to skip, miss over here, kind of fading out the ink. So, but you can get a different line variation, but for how long is the question, will it hold up? So I'm thinking after you get this feed nice and wet, it may write better. But no, I think that's about as best as we're going to be able to do, or at least I can do, with the reverse writing. So what you see is what you get. Anyway, the pen was made to write as such. Now for today, quote. And here we go. Trying to get everything situated here so I can get busy. Right. Emerson. All right, and I'll let Mr. Announcer do the honors to read this quote for today.
Life is a series of surprises and would not be worth taking or keeping if it were not. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
All right, that was the quote for today. So, one more thing before I go. Line variation, this is no pressure. This is with pressure. So you do get some. As you can see here, this is with no pressure whatsoever, and this is with some pressure. And that's about as far as I push my pen. So there you have it, folks. This is my review on the Conklin Nozac Piston Filler. Again, remember, do not twist the barrel off. You will ruin, destroy, damage your pen. It is a piston filler. Remember, the knob is up here at the bottom of the barrel. Nice, beautiful facets, all smooth and blended into the pen. Very beautiful blue color, dark blue with light blue and white swirls all throughout the pen. Beautiful hardware that will complement the color of the pen. Lovely rocker arm as well. And it does have a magnetic closure. And it is your standard Conklin nib, which in my opinion, I didn't find any problems with the nib. So check out Gold Spot Pens if you want to. See if they have any left, because they have a sale going on when you can't say no to. And I'm glad I caught this sale, because magnificent fountain pen. It truly is. So, folks, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, remember, hit that subscribe button, okay? Bing. And don't forget while you're at it, hit the window. Bing. That way, you'll know when I upload a video for you. Now remember, It's not about the reviewer. Yes, we pass along all the great, cool-looking pens, but it's you, the viewers, that are the rock stars, in my opinion. Now, I don't try to keep up with other reviewers since I'm unable to work. I buy what I can, how I can, and when I can. So my game can be running a little lagging behind others, but that's okay. I'm cool. I'm good. I will get certain pins out as fast as I can. So, anything else I can add? Yes, there is. If you want to support my channel, you can using Patreon or PayPal. A special thank you for all those that have supported my channel. Janice, Lulu, and there's a couple others that I've forgotten the name. I had the list to thank them personally. And there's a few anonymous that I won't mention names. Thank you as well for all those people that have sent pins. Thank you. Norris is one of them. Anonymous and Anonymous is another. So, thanks to everybody that has helped me continue what I love to do, what my passion is, fountain pens. And I enjoy doing giveaways. So don't forget, if you would be kind enough, you can share me, Larry's Fountain Pens, with your friends. Friends here, friends there, friends everywhere. Well, that's going to do it, folks. I promise, until my next review, stay healthy, stay alert, stay wise, ink it up, and remember, very important, don't text and drive. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.